Joe Biden, as of today is the 8th, he had said that he was going to be rolling out all of these gun control sort of executive actions and executive measures to try to curb the gun violence in this country. Despite the fact that, well, a lot of where the most gun violence exists tends to be in these areas with higher, more strict gun control laws. But he had this to say, and you've heard it before. It's one of those things that gets often repeated, despite it being absolutely false. Let's just listen to what the old man had to say.
Most people don't know it. You walk into a store and you buy a gun, you have a background check. But you go to a gun show, you can buy whatever you want and no background check. Second thing is,
look, man, what year is it? 2021. Okay, so the fact that they're still doing this whole gun show loophole bull crap is it's not a thing. It doesn't exist. There is no such instance where you go to a gun show and you can get whatever gun without having getting a background check. Now, I would argue the problem is, obviously that is that is the case, right? Now, if they want to do some sort of voluntary background check, whatever, but I talk about how definitely at the federal level, the insane amount of gun laws and gun control measures that there are for anybody to act like the Second Amendment hasn't already been crapped on, they're being oblivious. Okay. But that point right there that the old man just made is a point that you probably heard repeated a million times. There is no such thing as a gun show loophole. It does not exist. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. But here is what I'm talking about, right? When it comes to not just the Joe Bidens of the world, hell, it's not even just the Democrats of the world. When you historically consider even the Republicans' involvement on gun control, these guys rattle off whatever it is again, politically expedient. And because they know the vast majority of people are fucking stupid, they'll just be able to say whatever it is. And it's not like you guys are going to fact check them anyway. Now, I actually believe that Biden knows that's false. He knows it's false. Now, I know he doesn't know where he's at half the damn time, but he knows that what he has said just now, in terms of the clip that we just listened to, is simply not true. There is no instance of, okay, you go to an actual dealer at a gun show, right, and you don't get a background check. That's not a thing. I think he knows that. He just doesn't care. Because y'all believe it. By y'all, I mean in the idiots who sit there and listen to these people just rattle off phrases. And I think if COVID-19 showed you guys anything, and that's how this works, the vast majority, especially of the voting populace, just repeat things that they said, often catchphrases. And when they say it, it sounds like a new firmware update because like everybody says it. Like, right, there's a trending topic, and then there's like this built-in response or statement or something like that where everybody says the same exact phrase when it comes to that particular topic, right? It's you saw it with COVID, you see it with everything, because how you know that they're just simply repeating certainly some stuff that they heard someone else say. Not because they looked it up for themselves. Like, well, it came from a politician or it came from someone that I was told that was a morally righteous person. That it has to be true. It just has to be true. Just compiling evidence, and I'm just compiling examples of the people that lead with the information, the logic, the reason, the factual, the evidence, as admirable as you may be, thinking that that's going to appeal to the people that Biden appeals to is a losing effort. It simply isn't. These guys get to just lie. And again, we're not talking about opinions here. This is why I never, if you see me interact with people on social media, they'll be like, we'll just have to agree to disagree. No, ain't no agree to disagree. You're wrong. Why would I agree to disagree on a fact that you're wrong? Why would I do that? If you're objectively wrong, there is no agree to disagree. There's no. You're wrong. But these types that he's appealing to don't care because they're stupid. They're literally stupid people. And there's no reason to miss for words. They're dumb. Those types are emotional. They're sheep. Lambs. You have to give them the information if it comes from the people that are approved, they approve of. And they were told to think that way. Well, that's their newly adopted position. Beep, 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 beep. Firmware update version 7.6. It's out. It's rolled out, and they'll just repeat whatever it is that they say. For you guys that maybe interact with people on social media, you've been talking about this particular talking point, which has been debunked 17,000 different ways about this whole gun control or rather gun show loophole that doesn't even exist. Like it's not a thing, but it doesn't matter. They still keep repeating it. It is, how many times have we heard this and they're still repeating it? They just repeat what they heard someone else say. Those are the people that the Biden types are appealing to. It has nothing to do with the factual information. This is why. Just having the ideas on your side isn't good enough. And I will continue to compile evidence and continue to compile information because my appeal isn't to them. I can't reason with them. They're unreasonable. You can't reason with a person that got to their position by way of emotion. You can't. It's impossible. So when I compile this, it's to those idiots. I don't want to call you idiots. I call you people that are you're naive. That's more of the term because you think that everybody else thinks of you. This is one of the attributes that I see of a lot of libertarians and a lot of conservatives as well, in which they try to hold their enemy to the standard that they hold themselves. But the enemy themselves doesn't hold themselves to that standard. So they look at it like, well, I think information alone, or I think the facts alone is going to that will convince them. So this is why you get people who know that I'm rough around the edges and they get so mad at me because I sit there and rag on these guys and I mock and shame them. Well, that's the only way they respond. At least in a way that's going to get them out of their position. That's it. If I'm sitting there using reason, like for example, right now, I'm just using this as the latest example, updating the resume. And when you cannot, these people are stupid. They know they're wrong. They don't care. That's for y'all. That's for y'all. That's for the people who are either already here or the people and don't seem to understand that. Okay, well, yeah, maybe these people just don't lead with the facts. Well, the people that are at least there. The one or two people that are in the middle on the opposite side that may have got to their position just got led astray at some point. That's it. Joe Biden is lying through his fucking face. I guess that's the only way to. No, you can lie in other ways. You can lie through other ways. He's lying through his face, through his teeth, through his dentures. Doesn't matter. We can sit here all day, call him a hypocrite, call him an idiot, call him wrong. He is wrong. I've said it. That stuff works on y'all. That don't work on the people that he's talking to and trying to. They're sitting there clapping for him and all sorts of stuff. And the people that the state is their God. And particularly the Democrats. They say whatever it is that they want them to say. It doesn't matter how false it is. Here it is. It's adopted. Hey, snap. Clap, yes, slay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying something that is objectively false, but the people, your constituents, or the people rather that you are trying to appeal to don't care. It's not like they're going to check you on it. They'll just repeat it. Oh, yeah, man, they're gun show. How many times you argue people? That gun show loophole. It's sick. Well, I mean, the fact that any kind of these federal background checks, I'm against those. So I guess I'm against it for a different reason. Nonetheless, they're stupid. That's all I can say. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.